Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about a skill on the Destruction Staff skill line that does not get used very often, or at least talked about. And so I'm going to talk about why it's important and why it's powerful and why you should use it and where. This is called Impulse, and I recommend morphing this to Pulsar. The other morph is more of a kind of a DPS morph, but this is the more potent morph for tanks. And the reason why is when you're running an ice staff, this will provide you with minor protection. All you have to do is hit it, and you'll see the minor protection right there. You get it for 6 seconds. But that's not the main purpose of this skill. The main purpose of this skill is to proc AoE chilled. Now how you do that, or why this is useful, is when you're dealing with an add pull such as this here. And I'm on my dungeon build here, so this is very helpful in dungeons. Extremely. Debuffing these adds is going to make them die faster. So how you debuff them, typically, is you run in and taunt the big add in the wherever it is, and you want to stack everything on it. So you're going to drop your caltrops, taunt, and then power bash it, and then you're going to want to, once you lay down your blockade, you're going to want to pulsar until they die. And the reason why is because when you have a frost staff, that is going to proc chilled and minor mangle. And then with the blockade is going to apply minor breach to chilled enemies. So if you're chilling in an AoE, this is going to be AoE minor breach. This is AoE major breach. So you've just stripped 9,000 armor off of all of those enemies within a very quick amount of time, and that's going to help them die very quickly. So this skill is very powerful. You want to stand kind of in the middle of whatever you're dealing with so that it hits as much as you can, because the radius of it is only 6 meters. So you want to wait until you've chained everything in, so to speak, and make sure that you get everything hit with that. And that's why I kind of move around like this and hit it multiple times to see if you can get chilled to proc, because minor breach is only going to last for 4 seconds on a chilled enemy. So make sure that you do that for your add pulls wherever you can. Probably not as necessary to run this on a boss fight. However, add pulls is really good idea to implement this into your rotation and your build, because it can really help you burn down adds. Might not necessarily be both tanks need to run this, but I would recommend the off tank do it maybe, or even the main tank might be even better, because main tank running up taunts the big ad, throws down this, and then hits the wall, and then does this while the off tank is chaining stuff in. You can kind of just run the AoE debuffs while the off tank is busy chaining stuff onto you. That kind of a coordination might be really helpful in a trial to make sure stuff gets killed as fast as possible. So make sure that you work on morphing this up if you're going to run a tank, because the Pulsar skill is very powerful. I recommend running that in add pulls. Just a little side note here, if you run a charged staff with that skill, you are almost guaranteed to proc chilled every time, because the status effect chance is so through the roof. But it's not even as necessary to do that, because as you can see, I can proc chilled. There it is there. I can proc chilled on just about everybody. So that's going to be it for this video. Just wanted to do a brief highlight on this skill because it doesn't get talked about a whole lot, but I think it's a very powerful and useful tool. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please go onto my YouTube channel and go down to my created playlists and locate all the separated folders that I have there. I've got all my stuff isolated into subjects so that if you're interested in a certain thing, you can locate everything I've done on that subject very easily. I've got playlists for just about everything on this game, and I'm expanding as I go, so keep an eye on my channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.